We're going to share another video of a memorial for the transgender and gay community of the transgender victims who were murdered in 2020. Some by being buried alive, burned to death, stabbed to death, fatally shot, strangled. And we'll start off with Aja Spears, 33, who was stabbed to death in Portland, Oregon, while attending a vigil for a murder victim, Tyrell Penny. People magazine reported. Another black transgender woman is dead, killed in the act of violence while attending a vigil for a murder victim. We must remember the names of the victims of these violent crimes and demand justice. Dominique Fells, a black transgender woman, was killed in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on June 9th. One personal friend posted online, "Dom was a unique and beautiful soul who I am lucky to have known personally. I am beside myself right now. We need to fight. We need to do more. We will get justice." Rhea Milton, a 25-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Liberty Township, Ohio, on June 9th. In March, she posted a status, "Never been scared to struggle. I'ma get it eventually." A comment highlighting her resilience and optimism as a person facing transphobic, misogynist, and racist society. Jane Thompson, a 33-year-old white transgender woman, was killed in Mesa County, Colorado on May 9th. She was killed by a Colorado State Patrol trooper and misgendered in initial news reports. Selena Hernandez, a 37-year-old transgender woman, was killed in Chicago May 31st. We have lost a beloved member of our trans family because of hate that has corrupted our country's soul and that shatters lives and futures every day, said Tori Cooper, HRC Director of Community Engagement for the Transgender Justice Initiative. Brian Egypt Powers, a 43-year-old black transgender person, killed in Akron, Ohio on June 13th. Powers worked at a local catering company and is remembered for wearing long, colorful braids, unicorn braids, as Powers called them. Brayla Stone, a 17-year-old black transgender girl, was found killed in Little Rock, Arkansas on June 25th. Brayla Stone was a child just beginning to live her life, a child of trans experience, a black girl, a person who had hopes and dreams, plans, and a community, said Tori Cooper, Director of Engagement for Transgender Justice Initiative. On September 4th, a man was arrested on a murder charge in connection to her death. Mercy Mack, a 22-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Dallas, Texas on June 30th. Her loved ones share how beautiful of a friend she was. On her social media, she had recently posted that she enjoyed baking and that she was looking forward to returning to work on July 8th. A man was arrested on a murder charge in connection to her death. Shockey Peters, a 32-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Emmett City, Louisiana, on July 1st. In just 4 days, we have seen the deaths of at least 3 transgender and gender nonconforming people, including Shockey Peters. This horrific spike in violence against our community must be urgent call to action for every single person in this nation. Bree Black, a 27-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Pompano Beach, Florida on July 3rd. These killings are being fueled by the deadly combination of racism and transphobia, and they must cease. We must come together as a community and demand justice for those who were taken from us, said Tori Cooper. Summer Taylor, a white non-binary person, was in Seattle, Washington, July 4th. Taylor was participating in the Black Femme March in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and against police brutality. Taylor worked full-time at Urban Animal Veterinary Hospital. Marilyn Cazares was a transgender Latino killed in Brawley, California. Mindy Garcia, an aunt of Cazares, says she loved to sing, dance, and never bothered anyone. Diora Ova, who some reports identify as Tiffany Harris, a black transgender woman, was killed in Bronx, New York. According to her Facebook, Ova loved fashion, listing her career as a personal shopper and posting photos with luxury fashion brands that she loved. On August 13th, a man was arrested on a murder charge in the connection of her death. Queisha Hardy, a 22-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on July 27th. Hardy, a hairdresser, a hairstylist, was extremely loved by her community. Friends and loved ones describe her as loyal, loving, always smiling, the life of all parties, and truly one of a kind. Like, it's so hard. It's just so hard. These are people's loved ones. I've lost so many loved ones, family and friends. I've lost so many people in my life. But to know that there are almost 4,000 or 5,000 transgender, gay, non-binary, gender non-conforming people whose lives were taken just because of how they lived. It's so scary, and it's so sad, and it's so... I feel like I know these people because I read these stories and I read what their families say, and it just hurts so bad to know that these people think they can just take someone's life because they don't like them, or because they don't agree with them, or because, they don't like transgender people. They just can take their life. And there's no protection. And it hits me so hard to know that these are our family members. These are our brothers and sisters and moms and dads, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends, family. These are our loved ones who are being killed. Aja Spears, that was one of the first ones I read. This one's a little longer. Who sometimes used the name Rocky Roan, a black transgender woman, was killed in Portland, Oregon on July 28th. According to Facebook, she studied at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and was the owner and founder of International Barbie, a Portland-based clothing brand. Leah Day, a 28-year-old black transgender woman, died in Cuyahoga County Jail in Cleveland, Ohio on August 30th. Leah's death is unacceptable. Increased risk factors such as homelessness combined with racism, sexism, and transphobia conspire to lead to a death that should never have happened, says Tori Cooper. Key Sam, a black transgender woman. Do y'all see the pattern here? Black transgender woman. Latino transgender woman. Do you see the pattern? Key Sam, a black transgender woman, was killed in Lafayette, Louisiana on August 12th. We must all speak up in support of transgender and gender non-conforming people and affirm that black trans lives matter, says Tori Cooper. Ariane Burnett, a black transgender woman, was killed in Independence, Missouri on September 19th. Her friends and family shared, "If you wanted to have a good day, you need a smile. Ariane was the person you wanted by your side." Mia Green, a 29-year-old black transgender woman, was killed in Philadelphia on September 28th. Her friends and family shared how her smile was so perfect and so contagious, she made me laugh. Michelle Vargas, a transgender woman from Puerto Rico in her mid-30s, was killed in San German, Puerto Rico on September 30th. Any level of violence is unacceptable. We are not doing enough to protect transgender and gender nonconforming people, especially trans women, says Tori Cooper. Felicia Harris, a 33-year-old transgender woman, was killed in Augusta, Georgia in October. Felicia was an interior decorator who ran her own company where she enjoyed lending her eye to improve the surroundings of others and made others feel comfortable in their own space. Brooklyn Deshauna, 20, a black transgender woman, was killed in Shreveport, Louisiana on October 7th. Brooklyn attended Beausire Parish Community College and studied cosmetology. So young. Sarah Blackwood, a transgender woman, was killed in Indianapolis, India on October 11th. Recognized as National Coming Out Day, she enjoyed playing video games and was a fan of the show My Little Pony. Angel Unique, a black 25-year-old transgender woman, was killed in Memphis, Tennessee on October 25th. A licensed cosmetologist, friends and family of Angel remembered her for being very funny, very nice, and everybody she met, and such a bright person with a positive spirit. Skylar Skylar Heath, a 20-year-old black trans woman killed November 4th in Miami, Florida, was described as kind and gentle soul, had such a love for family and close friends. Skylar had a warm personality and a free spirit and brought people who knew her so much joy. We're going to stop on this one and let me get something to drink, and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish this list. Thanks for watching, and please leave your experiences, your comments, your stories, all in the comments. This is an accepting channel. Whatever you got to say, leave it in the comments. We're here for you. And if you ever need anyone, I'm here for you. We're my community. We are here for you.